Yo, what's up guys, Kevin here, and today I'm back on the PO server, and I'm going to bring you another PO live, this time in the rarely used tier. And yeah, this is my favourite and tier I'm probably best at, so yeah, be expecting a lot of content from the rarely used tier, but also I will be uploading plenty of you and NU, so don't worry about that. So yeah, let's take a quick look at the team I'm going to be using today. I pretty much built this last week for the PO World Cup, which I ended up winning 2 out of the 3 battles I had, so it ended up alright. And yeah, it's pretty much centered around the beast that is known as Life Orb Moltres. And this thing pretty much wrecks the ladder at the moment. A lot of people are trying to run stall, and Moltres pretty much just run straight over stall 99% of the time unless they have a Regirock or a Lantern, which are really rare. So yeah, onto the rest of the team. We have Adamant Scarf Durant. This thing is just there to reliably revenge kill faster threats, such as Crocodile and Sceptile. Sceptile without a Scarf and Crocodile with a Scarf. And yeah, it pretty much just outspeeds every common Scarfer and kills them. And yeah, I'm running Swarm over Hustle just for reliability. I don't really need the power. And yeah, I just want to be able to hit without having to worry about missing at all. And Stone Edge is pretty much just for Moltres, just because it's a massive threat to the team and it can come in on any other move Durant has. So yeah, it's just pretty much a filler. Anyway, next up we have Offensive Eviolite Rhydon. This thing is pretty much there to set up rocks, block Volt Switch, and hit extremely hard. It's EV to outspeed defensive tank growth and can solidly 2-hit KO it and Slowking with Megahorn no matter what set they are. And yeah, this thing's just there to hit hard and just be annoying. This is my only flying resist too, which was kind of important. So yeah, it fits the team quite nicely. Next up we have a defensive Nasty Bot Slowking. Someone in Drazo made it, I'm not sure who, but yeah, I'm just using it on this team because it fits quite well. And yeah, it's pretty much standard defensive EVs, enough defensive EVs to be able to take 2 banded flare blitzes from Entei after rocks, with the rest in special defense just to add to special bulk. And yeah, pretty standard stuff there. Anyway, next up we have a offensive Quiver Dance Lilligant. This thing is pretty much there just to come in and sleep powder and set up on stuff after Moltres breaks the walls. And yeah, one of the grass type that can also set up, and Lilligant fit the build perfectly, so that's why it was added to the team. Hidden Power Rock is for Moltres and Entei, and other fire types like Magnetar. So yeah, onto the last Pokemon, we have an offensive rapid spinning Hitmonchan. It's enough speed to outspeed neutral base 70s. I opted for Foresight over Ice Punch, just to be able to spin against Dusclops stall, and really any stall without 2 ghosts. So yeah, that's the team. Let me hop on a different ult because New Breed has no points in rarely use, and Squats is #1 under Cade, I think. So let's get into it and find a battle. Hopefully there's no waiting involved, as it looks like we might have to wait a little while, but that's fine. I'm going to pause it and I'll be right back. Right, so I'm back guys, and I've got a battle. This is against Leftovers, aka Mew. He hangs out in Drazo, so that's cool. Hopefully it's a decent match. I'm expecting him to lead off with Omastar, or maybe even Moltres. What I want to do here is just lead my own Moltres, just because it has a good matchup against everything, as he does just lead his own Moltres. I'm going to go into Rhydon to take the Hurricane, and then I'm probably just going to pivot into Slowking to take Hidden Power Grass. That's definitely going to be the game plan, I think. I could risk the speed tie, I really don't want to turn 1, as he predicts me. We played earlier and I did that same play, but yeah, of course I don't really want to risk the speed tie at all. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is go into Moltres, expecting him to go into Tangrowth or Omastar, and what I'm going to do here is just fire for Fire Blast, and as he does, just go into Omastar, and now I'm going to fire for Hurricane, expecting him to go into Moltres as I miss a Hurricane, and now I'm going to Hurricane again, expecting Moltres this time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to go into Moltres. He doesn't really have a reason not to. Yeah, if this dies, then he will probably lose, as he does just stay in again, which is well predicted, I guess. So what I'm going to do here is just fire for Quiver Dance, as he's most likely just going to Ice Beam. And what I'm going to do is now just Sleep Powder this thing, put it to sleep, get it out of the way, and I'm going to fire for Giga Drain, expecting him to go to something like Tangrowth or Gallade, as he does just do that. And now I'm free to just start firing off Giga Drains, and now he's most likely going to try and pivot into something, but I'm just going to go for the Hidden Power Rock, as he does just go into Crocodile, which is fine. He's just taking a lot of residual damage and stuff like that, which is cool. And now he's just going to go for the crunch. And what's that Tang growth at? It's at about 70%. So what I'm going to do here is, I'm just going to stay in and Drain Punch, just, even though he's just going to go to Moltres, which is fine. Now I'm just going to go into Slowking. If he wants to Hurricane, cool, I can live up there since there's no rocks up. And yeah, now what I want to do is go into Lilligant, kind of expecting Omastar, as I do in fact catch the Omastar, which is extremely good for me. And what I'm going to do here is Giga Drain, expecting him to go straight into Crocodile, and I do catch that Crocodile, which is great. So Lilligant sweep is possibly on later. I'm going to just go into Slowking, as he does get, probably that's close to, yeah, that's definitely max. And now I'm kind of forced to sack something here. Crocodile's dead, so I'm just going to go into Hitmonchan. I have no reason not to. He can Roost, I guess, but I don't really mind, as he does just Roost. And yeah, now he's just going to Hurricane again, and I'm just going to stay in and sack this just so I can get a free switch into my Slowking. And what I'm going to do here is just fire off a Surf. I have no reason not to. If he goes into Tangrowth, I'm going to force him to lock himself into Leaf Storm, as he does just go into Omastar. And what I want to do here is Surf again, kind of predicting him to do something silly, as he does just stay in, which is fine. And now I'm just going to force him to lock himself into Leaf Storm, and I'm thinking I can just clean up with Lilligant at this point in the game. I'm free to just Quiver Dance, as he's at -2. And yeah, he's probably going to go to Gallade, maybe even Hitmonchan, as he does crit me, which is extremely unfortunate. I mean, that's just my luck for the day. I mean, he had Gallade. I'm pretty sure I would have won because I could have just Quiver Danced twice. And yeah, that's completely standard for me. Nothing really goes my way. And yeah, I'm just going to run because there's really no point playing that out. It's just annoying. This is pretty much what's been happening to me the whole day. And yeah, I'm kind of over it right now. Anyway, this looks like a fairly unorthodox team. I really don't understand why people use Aerodactyl. I mean, it was good in Gen 4. And yeah, now with Team Preview, it's just kind of meh. I mean, I'm just going to lead off with Rhydon, as he's most likely just going to lead Aero. And I'm just going to Rock Blast. He can Taunt if he wants to. And if I get 3 hits, he will die. So watch me get 2 hits. Or I get Max, which is really cool. A bit of luck my way. Never hurts. And now he has Lilligant. I'm kind of expecting him to just go for the Quiver Dance, as I do predict correctly, and he just dies to a Mega Horn. So that's a good start for me. Up 6-4 already. And now he's just going to go into Gallade. I'm just going to Earthquake. Even if you bulk up or SDs, yeah, it's going to hurt really badly. And now I'm expecting him to just go for the Drain Punch, or he has Close Combat. And I kind of want to save this thing, as he did reveal Close Combat. So what I'm going to do is, who's my least useful member at this point? I'm pretty sure my least useful member is Moltres. So yeah, I'm just going to sack Moltres at this point. I mean, he can go for the Shadow Sneak. I really don't mind if he takes me out. I'm just going to go into Hitmonchan, fire from Mach Punch, even though Shadow Sneak will outspeed me if he is adamant, or if he is max speed, which he reveals that he is. So that Gallade does go down, and now I'm pretty sure I can just go out to Slowking just to take a Flare Blitz. I mean, if he wants to pivot into anything else, yeah, like that, that's fine by me. He's definitely just going to go for a... Yeah, now he's just wasting turns here, just trying to pivot around. I'm just going to go for the Mach Punch. And I'm just going to go back into Slowking. I have no reason not to. But he does crit, which is of course standard, because why would I not get critted? And now I'm going to go into Rhydon to take the Flare Blitz quite easily and kill something pretty much. He has to sack something at this point. It's probably going to be Zangoose, as he does just sack the Blue Tops. And yeah, now he's definitely going to Zangoose. And what I can do is just sack Rhydon. Close Combat will not finish me off, by the way. And then I can just go into Slowking, as he just forfeits anyway. So GG Weepone. And let's get into another one. And leftovers. That first match was taxi both ways. Anyway, I'm just going to pause it until I find another one, and yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, and I've got another one, which is cool. And this looks like a fairly standardish team. I'm kind of expecting the Druddigon lead. maybe even the Sceptile, I guess. What I'm going to do is just lead with Lilligant, try to put this Dragon to sleep before it can get up rocks. And so I do in fact do that, which is great for me. Now I'm going to go into Rhydon and just start firing off some EQs as he goes into this Entei. What I'm going to do here is Rock Blast, predicting Cryo or Sceptile, as I do in fact catch that Sceptile, and I get 4 hits, which is unfortunate for that man. And what I'm going to do now is definitely predicting a Giga Drain. I'm just going to go into Durant, as he does just HP Rock and reveals Specs. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fire for an X-Scissor. As he just goes back into Entei, I'm just going to go into Rhydon, and he's just Iron Heads, which is kind of weird. And what I'm going to do here is just EQ, expecting to catch that Sceptile, trying to get me to set up rocks, which is great for me. And yeah, so that Sceptile's down, that's a big threat. He's most likely just going to go into Slaking or Cryo. 99% sure Slaking, but he just decides to go into Gallade. So what I'm going to do here is just fire for an EQ as he bulks up, which again is fine. I mean, he can just kill me off at this point, I really don't care, as that Drain Punch does nothing, like 46%, I'm not even invested in defense. And yeah, I can just go right into Moltres and just revenge kill this thing, provided that I don't miss. So fingers crossed as I do miss. So that's 1, just keep count of that. And now I miss again, that's 2, which is fun. And yeah, he just surfs, revealing that he might be a Spec set. So what I'm going to do here is just go for a Nasty Plot, as he does just go into Dragon. And what I'm going to do is just start firing off some Psyshocks, as that is solidly to hit KO this thing, and it does stay asleep for the 2 turns, which will allow me to sleep something else later in the game. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I've got the win at this point. I'm expecting a Grass Knot or a Trick, as I do in fact see the Grass Knot. And what I'm going to do here is Hidden Power Rock, trying to catch that Entei or the Cryo, as I do just catch that Cryo. And now I'm free just to go back into Slowking and start firing off some Psyshocks as he reveals Hidden Power Dark, maybe forgot to change his Hidden Power, and he just forfeits. So GG. I wish people would stop running and I'll just play out a full battle, but anyway. Alright, I'm just going to pause it and I'll be back when I get another one. Alright guys, I'm back, and this is probably going to be my last battle, just because it's pretty much 20 and 30 minutes between each battle, which is really annoying right now. So yeah, he looks like he has a fairly standard team. It's definitely looking like that Uxie has rocks, maybe that Omastar too, maybe even that Dragon. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lead off with Lilligant and try to sleep whatever his rock set is, which turns out to be this Uxie more than likely, since he just leaves with it. And yeah, I just put that to sleep, which is great. Now what I'm going to do is go into Rhydon, as he's just going to go into his Miltank, and what I'm going to do is take this opportunity to set up rocks, as he just goes into Omastar. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go into Slowking, as he's most likely just going to Shell Smash, as he does reveal that he's the defensive set, I think. And he reveals Knockoff, which is fine, I guess. Hopefully he doesn't have rocks, because yeah, I thought I put his rock set to sleep. As now he just goes into Miltank, I'm just going to pivot right back into Rhydon, as I know he can't really do much to me. And now I'm just going to start firing off an EQ, as it's going to do massive damage, and it just takes out that Omastar. No problem. Now he's most likely going to go into Galvantula, as he does, and now what I'm expecting here is a Giga Drain. What I'm going to do is go into Durant, as he does Energy Ball. I don't know if he knows if Giga Drain exists or not. I really want to Stone Edge just to make sure I can take this thing out, but Galvantula is really frail, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be taken out with an Iron Head. Hopefully it does, as I do crit, which is kind of unfortunate. Now what I'm going to do here is go into Rhydon, kind of expecting him to maybe Fire Punch, as he does Fire Punch, which is cool for me. And now I'm just going to fire for an EQ, as this Spiritomb comes in and it's actually defensive. So what I'm going to do here is go into Moltres. I have no reason not to, as he just fires up a Dark Pulse, and I'm just going to fire up Hurricane, trying to catch that Dragon. Or even Miltank, which he does just go to Miltank, which more than likely means that he has Thick Fat. I'm just going to Fire Blast, as it is most accurate, and I didn't want to hit him Power Blast in case he had the Sap Sipper. So what I'm going to do here is just fire up another Fire Blast, as his Uxie reveals to be specially defensive. So yeah, I'm just going to fire up another Fire Blast, hopefully he stays asleep, and everything will work out, as he does just stay asleep, which is great for me. And now Hidden Power Grass should definitely take this thing out from that rage. Now he's pretty much forced back into Spiritomb. I can just Roost. He might want to Shadow Sneak, Sucker Punch. I don't know if he's mixed or not, as he just decides to rest, which is fine. I'm just going to fire off another Fire Blast. It does big damage to that Spiritomb. And he Sleep Talks with Dark Pulse, which is cool. I'm just going to hit him Power Grass, finish this thing off. And now his last is Dragon. I don't know if he's going to Sucker Punch or not. I'm just going to Roost, just see what he wants to do. As he does more likely Outrage, which is fine by me. What I'm going to do here is just go into Durant, start firing off Iron Heads. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be GG, Test the Cane, as he just forfeits. Yeah, what's the timer at? It's about 15 minutes, which is probably just going to be... Actually, I might try and fight one more, but I'll be back if I can't, because yeah, I've got to go soon, so I'll quickly find one. Hopefully it doesn't take long. Alright, it's going to be a while, so I'm going to wait, and yeah, I'll pause it and I'll be right back. Yeah, so it's going to be a little shorter, just because I really can't find any battles at all. So yeah, next time I'm going to be uploading, most likely an NUP live, and I'm not sure if it's going to be a dual narration or what. It might be, but yeah, don't hold me to that. And yeah, if you liked the video, then like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys later.